Robert Spencer, a gay man from Afghanistan who was burned by a Taliban member, said he was shocked by the lack of support and solidarity shown by the international LGBT community. I don't get it. Maybe you can explain it. Why in the world has the LGBTQ community adopted protecting Islam when under Islam, they are subject to the death penalty for the capital crime of being gay?
Well, that's all covered up in America today. Probably most of the LGBT, whatever people who come out against Islamophobia, they have no idea. I can tell you that I spoke at a university a few years back, and there was a young man in the audience holding up a sign that said, "Queers against Islamophobia." So I have actually had a manual of Islamic law with me, and I started reading out about how homosexuals should be executed, and so on and so on, and that this was based on Muhammad's teachings. And this Muslim guy came over and gave the man with the Queers Against Islamophobia sign a big hug and said, "This is my best friend." And the whole place is cheering and booing at me. And the point is that these guys were basing their arguments essentially on anecdotal evidence that this young man, if he was really the friend of the gay man, which I actually kind of doubt because he was dressed in full traditional Muslim garb, he was basing that on the personal relationship that he had. It doesn't change what Islamic law says. And Islamic law does say what it says, but there's so much deception out there that these things are covered up. And so the gay community in the United States, for the most part, thinks it's Islamophobic. And we've had all kinds of attacks on this basis by standing up for the human rights of gays in Islamic countries. A few years back, Pamela Geller and I put together an ad campaign in San Francisco that just quoted Islamic leaders talking about how gays should be put to death. And we were denounced by the San Francisco, whatever it's called, it's not the city council, but it is the city council by another name, the Board of Examiners or something. Anyway, they denounced us, not the Muslim leaders that were in our ads, but they denounced us for being Islamophobic. And this is the kind of disconnect that there is in this community. It seems as if there's a resolute determination not to face unpleasant realities.